Monday, November the 23rd, and I'm so elated. But first of all, let's do this.
Galaxy 107 FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and for you guys that are joining us live on Facebook right now, got to thank you for joining us. It is an absolute pleasure to have you back again, and believe me, if you're going to be looking at this a little later on, you know, on YouTube, you know what to do, right? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell. Bingo, you got it. You understand it. Not like me. Sometimes I get all confused because it then says put in, yeah, email addresses and stuff like that, and I get all shy and go, oh no, never mind. You're right here at Galaxy, and I'm absolutely elated today because coming back, yes, absolute friend to the Galaxy family is Tracy Millar, coming out of Alberta, Canada. And Tracy, as always, it's a pleasure to see you again.
What was that? You actually cut out right when you said something there, Grant.
I said it is a pleasure to see you again.
Ah, you as well, my friend. It's been a few months since we chatted, so it's good to see you again.
Absolutely. Now, let's not forget, we got to give a big mention to Pinky Sims, Selena Pinky Sims. We want you to have a very happy and successful Christmas. You know what to do, don't you? Party hard, fight nice. Yeah? We say that to all of our friends, you know what I mean? Party hard, fight nice. But it's kind of surreal right now, especially around the world. It's a global thing happening right now with this pandemic. How are you going where you are right now?
Well, you know, it's just day to day. Things seem to be changing on a daily basis, not just weekly. So, you know, we just are all doing what we can to get through it and stay positive, and really all we can do.
Now, if I remember right, Tracy, you're a nurse.
I am.
Right, I got that right, because you're a hero of mine. You really, really are. Anybody that's in the medical profession is a hero, absolutely, and should be respected and trusted as one as well. And Tracy, I absolutely love what you do when you're not a nurse, when you're a songwriter, when you're an entertainer. Right now, are you writing more songs because of the COVID virus and not performing as much?
I can't say that I am, to be honest. I've done a little bit of writing, but to be truthful, my life has been very overwhelmed because of what I do in my day job, that when I get home, I find that I just really need to focus on me time and downtime to stay in a good place. And part of that's, you know, writing a little bit and doing some of my music, but just trying to keep busy with other things just to stay healthy physically and mentally, because it's, you know, certainly taking its toll on everybody. So
yeah,
it's hard to play music with my friends and, you know, the guys in the band and just have that interaction with each other. I'm certainly missing it. So
I totally get it. I really do. Luckily here in New Zealand, we actually have no cases in the community right now. 9 at the border, but believe me, we got that contained very well. In fact, I think now we're starting to come into our own, don't you feel?
we are.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay, actually. And for Christmas time, yeah, it's only 32 days away. Don't forget Christmas. Get out there. Go and get your shopping done now. Get it over and done with. Get out of public's way, literally, and have yourself a safe Christmas for everybody that's watching. But at the same time, only 32 days away. What happened to the year? It's been one of those, don't you think? It's been a weird kind of a year this year.
Well, you know, it has been. I mean, despite everything, I don't know. I find myself every year at this time of year going, oh my God, the year just went by so fast. I can't believe it. And I think it's just one of those things that every single day, whether we're in a pandemic or we're not in a pandemic, we just need to live our best lives and don't put anything on hold, do all the things you want to do. And I find that life goes by very quickly when you're enjoying yourself and you're filling your life with things that you really enjoy doing. it doesn't drag on when you're having a good time. So
Exactly. Now,
laziness, a person just has to find ways to, have a good time and stay in a good spot. Like I said, not only physically but mentally. So.
yep, well, there is kind of hope, light at the end of the tunnel, actually. I see Pfizer's looking at bringing out a trial vaccine. Of course, Donald Trump's going to take credit for that. He is. But at the same time, I see the Russians have got one as well. They called it Sputnik 5. Now, would you be comfortable injecting yourself with a brand called Sputnik 5?
Well, I can't really comment on that, to be honest with you. I think that's going to be a very individual choice for a lot of people. So.
Yeah, I don't. I think I'd go with Pfizer actually myself, just quietly. Yeah, I couldn't see myself putting Sputnik 5 in me anywhere. No, it sounds like a rocket that's gone wrong, doesn't it?
Well, it's not something from outer space. There's no doubt about that.
Well, hey, we're right at home here with Galaxy, aren't we? So, yeah, some may be up for it. I don't think I will be. I'll go for Pfizer. But having said that, girls like fishing.
We're getting into ice fishing now.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say this. You'd be able to get the arbor out and go and have a stand on the ice and be able to do a bit of fishing. Are you into doing that?
Take me. So I actually haven't gone ice fishing all that many times in my life. Fair weather. Must be a long enough winter that I actually get out there on the ice and do some ice fishing. I'm kind of chicken. I get out there on the ice and I know it's 6 feet thick, but I still get a little unnerved at the thought of being out on the middle of the lake with a vehicle and having your little hut set up and being on the lake. But it's just my phobia. But no, I've done it. It's okay. It's a good time.
I get that. I really do. And believe me, the last time I was anywhere near a lake with a vehicle involved, apparently it ended up in the middle of the lake. So, yeah, I get that. But there was no ice. There was
in a boat, in a boat in nice hot weather, and you take.
You broke up at the end of that, but yeah, believe me, I get it. So, right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live, coming out of Alberta, Canada. Yes, it's Tracy Millar, and girls like fishing too.
Man will take my fish off.
It's carrying on the song. What's going on, Grant?
It's just that the screen was a little further over than it should have been.
Oh,
Am I still there?
You're still here. And I like the serenade too.
It amazes me. Like, it's really quite amazing to me that I can sit here in my living room and talk to you and you're in New Zealand. On the other side of the world.
Yeah, we feel
Isn't it
the same though.
It is fascinating. We feel the same each and every time we talk to somebody. We really, really do. It's amazing these days. I mean, once upon a time, the only way we could communicate like this between countries was we'd post you a letter.
Or phone.
Oh, then phone. It's better than...
Email.
Anymore. I actually got 2 letters in the mail last week with my name on them. I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. Because it just doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't.
No,
It really doesn't. But having said that, I mean, right now there's a toilet paper crisis in America. It's true. It really is. We've got it here in the news.
Well, where I'm at, there's no toilet paper crisis.
Believe me, I don't feel sorry for them.
Come on.
I don't. I mean, hey,
Hi,
listen.
Lady E.
Lady E, nice to have you with us. Lady E is
Hey, Lady
the
E.
lead singer from a band coming out of Norway called Viking Queen.
Okay.
fantastic band, they really are. I actually introduced the manager of Viking Queen to a band coming out of Canada called The Mighty One, set them a challenge. You remember the Charleston, the music and the dance?
Yes.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
yes.
That's 100 years old, a couple of months ago, right?
Oh, wow.
So I challenged these two heavy metal bands to next song add a little bit of the Charleston in it as the hook, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't do it. I'll tell you the rest of the story in a minute.
That's funny.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 25 after 11 o'clock, 25 degrees. Barbara wins again. She's like a tattoo needle, she just keeps on hitting that spot, she really does. Every day she wins. Monday, no, I'm going to stop competing actually, Monday, November the 23rd, and I'm joined, absolutely elated to be joined by Tracy Millar. Now, Tracy, not only are you a hero of mine, being a nurse, but you're an accomplished songwriter, you're an accomplished singer and entertainer. And as we were talking, it's rather surreal times right now. And, well, you're not kind of comfortable going out on ice in your truck to do a bit of ice fishing. What's to do at the moment for entertainment over there?
Well, there's all kinds of things to do outside. You know, we're an amazing province full of outdoor experiences. So people do a lot of skiing, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, typical winter sports. I myself personally, yesterday I hooked up my horse to a sleigh and I went on a sleigh ride.
Now that's fantastic. That, we don't get that sort of stuff here in New Zealand, if you know what I mean. So to us, that's a fantasy kind of day.
You know what? The truth of the matter is it was a fantasy kind of day for me as well. I've had horses my whole life, and I used to actually race horses. A few years ago, my husband and I were both involved with a chuck wagon circuit, and we retired from that, and we have an old wagon horse that I kept, and I rode him as a saddle horse for a few years, and I always wanted to hook him up to a sleigh, and I never had one until just recently. And so yesterday I went on my maiden voyage with my little race horse and hooked up the sleigh, and away I went. And it was really a kind of a dream come true for me, because I've had horses my whole life, but that's something I've never done myself personally. So it was a bucket list thing for me, and I'm pretty excited to just kind of keep doing that throughout the winter. It's just when the weather cooperates and it's not too cold out, and we've got just the perfect amount of snow right now to do that. So I feel very fortunate that I actually get to do something that cool.
That is fantastic. I would love to be there to take part in that. Believe me, that would be an ultimate thing. Really, it really
You
would.
could be Santa in there.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I posted voyage on my Instagram page, so anybody can see me out there in my sleigh with my little dog following around, my sidekick. So
nice. Can absolutely get that. I do. Now, at the same time, Tracy, let's remind everybody, I know I've asked you in the past, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you let Pinky answer for you?
you want that?
Yeah, let Pinky deal with all of the bits and pieces that are coming through.
Do you know what? I'm very involved with my social media. I'm on every social media I'm supposed to be on. So I'm on Facebook, just Tracy Millar Music. I'm on Instagram as Tracy Millar Music. I'm on Twitter at tmiller_music. I have my own YouTube channel, Tracy Millar Music. My website is tracymiller.ca. So I'm everywhere I'm supposed to be, and I check my, I do check my social media on a daily basis. And if people send me messages, I respond to them. It's, Pinky certainly helped me with my social media over the last year just to kind of get better at it, because it was certainly something that I just, wasn't heavily involved with it, just because I found that I was busy in my regular life, and it gets to be very consuming. But I've always made a point of really trying to connect with people who actually take the time to reach out and say, hey, I love your music, or I listen to this. And just because if it wasn't for people listening to the music, or, downloading your music digitally, however they find you couldn't do this, right? And so I just find that it's brought music into my world on a way bigger level, internationally, for example. The fact that I can connect to people from New Zealand or Australia or Norway or Denmark, or people who are reaching out from all over Europe. It's really very surreal to me that people actually take the time. Yeah. And so if they can take the time, I can take the time to say, hey, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. So.
Well, she's definitely in Norway today.
Yeah, you're definitely in Norway today. Of course, Lady E's there watching you right now, so believe me.
Perfect.
The other day, actually, we did an interview with a band coming out of Nairobi. So literally, we go everywhere in the world. We've got some coming in from Ireland and England and other parts of the world as well. And we haven't got too much time left in the year to be able to get these done either. So they're getting... Yeah, it's getting tight, isn't it? In fact, I know that you're taking bookings for next year, aren't you? Yeah, absolutely. I get it. I really do. And right now, it is an absolute pleasure to go all the way to Alberta, Canada, and talk to Tracy. Now, Tracy, at the same time, I'm kind of worried. Yeah,
What are you worried about?
Well, apparently you're not that girl anymore.
Well, that's been just a work in progress my whole life.
Tell me about it.
I recorded that song several years ago, to be quite honest with you, and I had just transitioned. I was working on my second album, and ironically, my first album was called You Go Girl, because I took that out of a line of a song that somebody had actually written for me about just, go out, conquer the world, do whatever you dream to do, because the only thing really stopping you is yourself. And I went through a real transition in my life, and when I was doing my second album, and I was in a whole new place that I really wasn't necessarily intending on being. And I'm like, I'm not that girl anymore. Ultimately, I'm still the same me in here, but there's parts of that where I've changed and I've grown, and now I'm not that girl anymore. I'm this girl, and I'm a better girl, and I'm in a really good place, and I'm just moving towards always being a better me.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Tracy Millar. I'm not that girl anymore. And then somebody says in my headphones, oh, I don't know about that. Thanks.
Well, I'm still the same me. God knows I haven't changed but it's that whole evolution of your life, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was my producer agreeing that I might still be that girl.
Oh, geez. Is there something you want to tell me?
No. No. No, I have a therapist in New Jersey for that.
Very good with the facial hair.
Nice, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't put any lippy on today.
Your hair is as long as mine, so...
Again, work in progress, I'm sure you understand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of barbers right now.
It's all right. I can chop it off.
You have COVID hair? Is that just a COVID hair that's like been 50 years of COVID hair?
Kind of. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We've got a deal going on with this thing, haven't we? Yeah.
The maintenance man will be here later.
that?
That's
Any
better?
better?
Yeah.
Does that sound any better?
Oh, well, we'll
Try
see.
that.
Yeah.
Try
Sorry
that.
about this, guys.
Sorry
We
about
had
that,
a hum.
Tracy. It's just that one of the
It
plugs
wasn't
is
me
playing a
humming.
little tentatively,
It
and
was-
it's just the
no.
process of working it out which one it is. So, can we go back to that?
Hey, Martha, we've got a interview coming up soon. Next week, I'll get in touch with you.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
let Gear and everyone know. But
Absolutely.
it will be our days. I can't change anything.
Yep, absolutely. Unfortunately,
it
as I was saying before, we're tight, very, very tight. I think we've got maybe one space left between now and New Year's.
Something like
Something like that, isn't it? It's really backed up.
She does, what did that young lady that we knew, she does chuck wagon?
Chuck wagon racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
we-
did that other lady do?
Stagecoach racing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Me, we used to own a race horse that would go round, you know, in a racetrack, but didn't pull anything. Well, you know, it was our favourite racehorse. It used to, you know, follow the horses that we used to like to follow. It was never any good, but it was a lovely horse. Well, hold on. It did win a couple of times.
There's no sound coming out of here. Oh, will sound, sorry.
Yeah?
Drink time.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM and 25 awake and 12 o'clock, almost lunchtime, 21 degrees downtown. Weatherman said it was going to be 19 today. Barbara said it was going to be 25. I said 22 degrees, and what do you know? Again, Barbara, even though I thought she was bold, it wasn't looking good this morning. It really, really wasn't. I thought, you know, Barbara, that's pretty bold. Well, she wins again. I think she's got a hotline to Mother Nature. I do. You know, I'm sure she's setting me up for a fall. Every morning she's going to go, Grant's going to go this. And yeah, before you know it,
I'm a farmer.
you're a farmer.
Yeah.
Well, you are. Yeah, absolutely. The one thing I've learnt about farmers is they know when to spray or do top dressing because the next day it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Always guarantee that. Absolutely. Tracy, you would understand that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Live
You,
in a farm city. Grew up on the farm.
well, I did too, but unfortunately I've spent too many years in the concrete jungles these days to remember, you know, I've forgotten so much about farming. You know, it would be an absolute pleasure to come out and do some milking at some stage with somebody just to get the hand
I
back
can
in
arrange
again,
it.
get the eye back in.
I'll arrange it.
No, don't, because I'll never get out of here to do it. That's the problem. Tracy, some mornings I get here about 10 past midnight, and I'm still here 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? So getting a milking shift in would never happen. It never would. But believe me, I do a multitude of things while I'm here, if you know what I mean, including working with the IT guys, working with production, going through all the emails that the receptionist put aside for me to answer and all that sort of stuff, and keeping the wheels of Galaxy pretty much going when nobody else is here. It's absolutely wonderful.
You're a one-man show, are you?
Feels like it sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt. Good for you.
Well, I tell you what, when we were in level 4, we had to send all the staff home, but nobody considered management, including, hold on, what if the equipment goes down? Are we going to have somebody in the station? Guess who got that job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that job.
Trained.
Yeah, so believe me, about 30 computers here. I know each and every one of them by first name.
Well, you've gotten very, very personal then.
They, believe me, well, sometimes as a collective, they all like to play up at once, and then sometimes they like to sort of well, I'll play up over here, and then that one's going to play up over there after that one's finished, and then when that one's finished, and on it goes. You know what I mean? It can be a challenge, let's put it that way. It's like playing golf.
No, don't. Well, you must be very patient. Good for you.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm very, very patient when nobody else is here. Well, yeah, okay.
I'm reading your mail.
Yeah, believe me, I can throw a polystyrene cup across the kitchen and get it at least 2 feet. I can. Yeah, those polystyrene cups, they don't fly very well, do they?
I don't know. I've never thrown one.
Maybe you need something in it.
Hi, Jason from the UK. How are you?
Yeah, well, hey, look, you know, I'm only 21. I am. I'm just, you know, this is what happens when you leave a person in charge in a COVID situation for a number of months confined in the radio station. Yeah, I'm only 21.
Yeah, I know.
Tracy doesn't believe me. But yet again, she's not 29 anymore either.
Oh, I'm 21.
Tell me about not being 29 anymore.
Well, you know, I wrote that song just with, I started writing that song and got together with a girlfriend of mine who's a songwriter, musician, and really over, you know, a couple bottles of wine. And I said, you know, I started this song and played it for her, but I needed, you know, to finish it. And so we finished it, and we just had a lot of fun with it. And I started playing it for friends, literally sitting around the campfire, or, you know, whenever we'd have get-togethers, and everybody loved it so much. They're like, why aren't you recording this song? I hadn't intended on recording it. And then it just evolved. I went to the studio and played it for my producer, and he says, wow, he's like, this song is just so fun. It's so awesome. And I always wanted to record a Western swing song, and so I was just really excited at the prospect of recording a Western swing song that was actually original to boot. So it's not, I find that Western swing is almost a dying style of music, which really makes me sad. It's not recognized as much as it was years ago, and it's my little part to keep it alive. And you know, I'm really happy how it turned out, and the response has been really overwhelming. People have loved it, and it's super fun, and that's just exactly what I wanted it to be, and telling a very truthful story of my life in the process.
Well, Tracy, unbeknownst to me, the very first time we met, I actually played this. Didn't know that you know, wasn't my fault. It was just in the system, if you know what I mean. And the production that sent it through, they didn't know either. And so I felt a little bit told off there. Then again, we met up again, and we played it again. Sort of got through that. But officially today, we're going to release this as a brand spanking new song played here at Galaxy. And believe me, we have played it a number of times without saying anything to anybody, and it has got a huge response, Tracy. It really, really has. And very, very happy to play it right here at Galaxy. Here's Tracy Millar, and I'm not 29 no more. No, I'm not kidding. You've actually had quite a response on I'm not 29 no more.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Well, it's fun, you know. I think it's just got that kind of beat that people just, every time they hear it, they just want to sing along, and it's catchy, and I think it speaks to a lot of people. I've certainly had people reach out on social media and just go, oh my God, that's the story of my life. They love it, and they laugh, and it just kind of made their day, and so that's always awesome.
You know, the thing too is I think it's got longevity. I speak to so many different artists, and every year I talk to these artists, and they all say, oh, you know, I wrote it in about 5 minutes. And those are the ones that last the longest. Have you ever noticed?
You know, I think that there's something to be said about that. I think some of the brainchilds just come.
Yeah.
They, you know, I am personally not, I don't, you know, pretend to be some amazing writer. I write but I can't just sit down in a room and go, okay, today I'm gonna write. Music doesn't come to me that way. Music comes to me all of a sudden. I'll just be doing something and something pops into my head, and then I'll sit down and write it, or I'll record it on my phone, and that's how I get inspired, you know. And I think that some of the best creations from people are exactly that. There are those types of moments where people just, oh my God, I thought about this, and it just pops into their head, and away it goes.
Yep, absolutely. I've got an artist that says I take a cab for the conversation because that's where my lyrics come from.
Yeah, everybody draws from different ways, right?
Exactly. The brilliant inspiration. You know what I mean? No matter what, different cab driver, different conversation, you never know what you're going to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yeah, and she's a wonderful singer-songwriter herself. I've got to be honest with you. What a thing to do. Go and take a cab just to write a song. Love it. But yet again, I've spoken to people who says, listen, you know, that lyric was actually written down on a McDonald's napkin and it's become a successful song. So I can't wait. Will you come back again? Will you release more stuff with us?
Oh, I have new stuff coming in the new year.
Awesome, awesome. Absolutely stunning. By the way, the reason why I said maybe you get Pinky to do all of your inbound stuff, you might get a few requests and everything now from our audience, so you might get another 5,000 friends.
I love it. I love it.
Nice. Oh, didn't go through. Never mind, let's do that. That'll be my fault, folks. Yep, I didn't tick it off, really. And, well, you know, it's absolutely fantastic that we're coming to the end of the year. We really, really are. We're already looking at doing the Christmas show, or shows, actually. We're including in there, we're going to be talking to artists from all around the world that have done certain special stuff with us. And we're going to be including a number of our fans as well. And keep an eye out for that. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. Good to include the fans, I feel. It really, really is. Especially at Christmas time. And, you know, I'm always up for a Christmas song. Even at this time of the year. Yes, I'm playing them already, actually. Well, the crew are playing them already through into Christmas and Black Friday. When's Black Friday? Is that this coming Friday? I know we had an official Black Friday just a few days ago because we released a video that I was actually in to be able to do it to the world as well. But there's Black Friday shopping coming up. Is that this Friday?
I don't know.
I've got a feeling it might be, actually. Keep an eye out there because the craziness is going to just take over America yet again. They go nuts over there on Black Friday, don't they?
Well, it's surprising to me because Black Friday is not a Canadian holiday. Black Friday is something recognized in the United States, which is what we consider America. We're in Canada, somehow we've adopted Black Friday more on the only on the shopping end of things, and that's it, right? Because you know, Black Friday is the Friday before American Thanksgiving, and we celebrate Thanksgiving in October. But I think just the commercial part of Black Friday has been adopted in Canada as an excuse to get people out shopping more than anything. And I actually made the mistake several years ago, not even thinking that it was Black Friday, because Black Friday was never anything that we used to recognize. I can't even tell you how many years it's been since we started kind of promoting Black Friday events in Canada. And I was in the city for something, and I went into the city. I'm like, my goodness, like, it's so busy. I could not for the life of me figure what the heck was going on. It was like a month before Christmas, and I'd never seen it like that. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, holy smokes, it's Black Friday. I've never been anywhere ever in the city when it's been that busy. And like, it was busier than I'd ever even experienced it on a Boxing Day, because I'm not a Boxing Day shopper either. Even a Christmas shopper, I do it way ahead of time, and I've never seen anything like it. So
yep,
it's amazing.
But believe me, Tracy, I have the feeling that you're efficient You have it planned out. You know what you're going to do. You get it done way back before time, and you just sit back and laugh at the turkeys that are left doing it at the last minute, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think because I don't want to miss out on what Christmas is really all about. So I don't like to get caught up in that hustle and bustle. And to me, it's not about buying presents. It's about putting thought into a gift and having fun at Christmas and enjoying the actual Christmas spirit and having it in our hearts. And I get really kind of bummed out when I go out and if I'm in a mall and everybody's shopping and, just the hustle bustle and you're in their way and they're pushing you out of line. And it's just like, I couldn't be bothered. I don't want to be anywhere near it. So I have a list and I am on a mission when I'm on that list, right? So I just kind of get stuff done and
I get it. And believe me,
I a little online shopping and I'm not really good at it. So I don't know.
take note, folks. That's how to deal with Christmas shopping right there. Do it. Get it done now. Get it out of the way. But believe me, yes, I agree. I think Black Friday is a retail kind of deal. All the shoppers, shop owners, they needed a way of being able to squeeze that extra little dollar out of somebody somehow, and they've sold it that way, literally. Believe me, I get that as well. The Americans just go nuts on Black Friday. They do. It's like a boxing ring. Literally.
Absolutely. I think the Black Friday sales are becoming more prevalent than Boxing Day sales. And I mean, who doesn't love a sale? Why would you pay full price for something that you can get for 50% off? There's no doubt about that. But you have to be a really hardcore shopper to deal with the crowds too. And that's just not my shtick. There's no doubt about it.
No, absolutely. I'd need to go in with about 50 people around me just to get a bit of space. Yeah, believe me, no, I'm not into that at all myself. Me, I kind of like to get it done early in the year and again tick off the boxes, sweet. Then you can relax and concentrate on the important stuff, the family, the animals, everything around you. That's the meaning of Christmas, not the presents, even though the presents are nice. I think we kind of get lost there because, the giving of gifts is a great thing. It's nice to give something to somebody else. It's also nice to receive something. But the one thing you should be giving to your family is love at that time. That's what you need.
And time.
Yes.
I think the best gift we can give anybody really is the gift of our time, because that's something you don't ever get back. Exactly.
And believe me, you never know what tomorrow holds, right?
That's right.
And I've had friends literally pass away that I've been speaking to a week beforehand with, had no idea. And great loss. Absolutely. In fact, Focus Your Audio reminded me of that this morning. They did, Callum Sayer. And he's coming out of Chilliwack. And we were talking to him about a little particular project that he had coming up. A week later, done and dusted. And it's a big part of the music industry there missing. You know what I'm saying? So love everybody you're with right now. Do it. Absolutely do it, because it's important. It is. You need these people. You do. And as I said before, 32 days away from Christmas. Over here, we have Christmas like no other country has Christmas. I tell you, we're in our bikinis.
Oh, you suit one.
I do suit it. No, we're in our togs and our, down the beach, making sandcastle Santas rather than snowmen. You know what I'm saying? And we're lapping up the rays, having a good time. 30 degrees, easily at the beach. You know it's that hot because you see that heat wave shimmer across the beach, right? Not at the winter time where Tracy is right now. She's coming into traditional Christmas.
This is such a visual for me as you're telling your story, and I'm thinking, it would be such a cool experience, just like it would be such a neat experience for someone who has never had Christmas in the snow to experience what we have. So,
well, I tell you, Tracy, I'm kind of envious about the sleigh ride deal that you got going on. I would swap that in a heartbeat for what we do, because I'm so used to what we do. We have a beach, about half an hour away, literally from where we are right now, down the coast. Absolutely splendid. Even on a good day, you can see a live volcano off in the off in the distance doing its thing, you know what I mean? Stunning, absolutely stunning view, super hot. You know, it's every year we're getting a little bit hotter, and believe me, don't forget this year, slip, slap, slop, you know what to do, take care. Don't get burnt by the sun. You don't want melanoma, you don't. And we try to take care of everybody, especially our children, right? But here in New Zealand, we get out the picnic baskets, get out the Barbie, get out the beer, and celebrate summer at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I have never ever in my life, and believe me, I've been around the world about 3-4 times now, never been lucky enough to be on the other side of the world at this special time of the year, never to be able to celebrate Christmas on the other side of the world. And I'm absolutely fascinated because, you know, the first parts of winter coming along with the little bit of snow flurry here and there, you start to get the feel it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Being romantic about the snow. I mean, if you watch movies on TV and you watch Christmas movies, it's always, oh, they've got the little snowfall and the Christmas trees and the spruce trees and the evergreens. And I think that there's so much to be said about that, because I've grown up in this my entire life. I grew up in the northern part of the province where the forest was a lot more dense than what it is here, where I was surrounded by heavy, dense, you know, evergreen trees that I didn't realize how beautiful it was really until I left and I didn't have it anymore. And I mean, where I am now in Alberta, we are prairies and, you know, tons of farmland, but we still have a lot of forests around us. And there's just, it's not a long drive to get right into the foothills and into the mountains and really be surrounded by that. And there's just something, I don't know, there's something very surreal about it. Even to look out my window this morning, I was looking out at my trees in my yard, and they're covered in what's called hoarfrost, and it's frost that's on the branches that goes, you know, about, sometimes it'll be like an inch thick of these big, beautiful, frosty crystals that go on the trees when the humidity gets really high in the air, and it causes this frost that's called hoarfrost, and it's so beautiful. When the sun hits it, it just shimmers, and and then a little breeze will come along and blow all the hoarfrost off of the branches onto the snow that's already on the ground. But it looks different because the hoarfrost on the snowpack looks like all these little diamonds just glistening in the snow. It is the most beautiful thing, and I've experienced it for my entire life, and it's still beautiful to me, and it's still surreal. And I don't know, I think people just need to stop and take those moments in and go, you know, I did this morning, I looked out my window and I'm like, oh, look at this, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's really stinking cold, but it's really beautiful. I just got to dress in an extra layer when I go outside to feed my horses. It's okay.
Next time, Tracy, that you get into a position where it's absolutely picturesque, take a moment for me and say, Grant would love this.
I will do that.
Nice.
You have my...
Nice, believe me. And this summer, I'm going to go and have a cold one at the beach for you.
Okay, it's a deal.
I love that. Not that
that's awesome.
Yeah, not that anybody wants to see me in my togs at the beach.
No.
They don't.
No thanks.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to go down that road right now. I really aren't, because I could get myself there.
Yeah, well.
Not a good situation. I really isn't. Oh, you're back again. That was quick. You dropped out.
A little freaked up.
Yeah, you dropped out very quickly there. Now, 32 days away from Christmas. I've hit this up a number of times today and get in and do the... But it's time to play Christmas music. Well, I think it is anyway. And I have been today, starting off today, I see production has put through a little bit of Christmas music and a few of the shows that we've been doing. And a great opportunity because, Tracy, you have an absolutely splendid Christmas song. Tell me about it.
Oh, thank you so much, Grant. You know, it was a dream of mine to always record a Christmas song, and I really love Christmas, not only at Christmas time, but really I try to take that feeling with me all the time, all throughout the year. And I wanted to write a Christmas song that just really portrayed what that feeling of Christmas was all about. And the truth of the matter is I started writing that song many years ago. I want to say over 10 years ago, I started writing this song, and I got it to a certain level, and then I just kind of left it. And I just kept revisiting it, and I didn't forget about it, but it wasn't quite finished, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. And when I started recording this last project, I had told that my producer, I have this Christmas song that I'd like to record, and he's like, okay. And I think when I actually verbalized that I wanted to record this Christmas song, it committed me to finishing the project. And so he'd say, so, have you got your Christmas song finished yet? And I'm like, not yet, but I'm working on it. I promise, I'm going to do this. And then he'd say, so, how's that Christmas song coming along? And then really, literally, one day I said, nope, I got to finish this Christmas song. And I came down to my space here that I'm sitting in, and I sat on the couch, and I was home by myself, and I brought up my guitar, and literally within 15 minutes, I finished it. Something that I'd been working on for 10 years, it just finally came to me, and the lyrics came to me, the melody, the chorus, just exactly how I wanted it to be, and what I was trying to say for almost a decade, I finally found the right words to say it. And when I went back to the studio and played it for Bart, who is my record producer, Bart was, just so, excuse me, was very taken back. He just stood there and his mouth open, and he's like, wow. It's like, this is the most perfect Christmas song I've ever heard. He's like, you nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it on the head. He goes, this is so beautiful. And he just took my vision and turned it into something beyond what I could have even imagined it was going to be. And I would say, out of all the songs that I've recorded and the songs that I've written, that is undoubtedly the one that I'm most proud of. And it's just about, like you said, it's Christmas isn't about the presents, and it's not about the commercial part of what it's become. Christmas was celebrated for many of us. I mean, it's been going on for a really long time. And if we took all the commercialization out of it, we took the presents away, we took the tree away, we took everything away, Christmas Day would still come and go. And what is Christmas really about? And it's about remembering, the birth of Jesus Christ. It's about being with family. It's about being with people that we love. It's about remembering there's nothing that feels as good as it feels to give somebody something. That makes me feel better than I ever feel with somebody giving me a gift. I can't even explain how it makes me feel to give somebody something that I've put a lot of thought into, or that I've made with my own hands, because it's that feeling.
Lost you for a minute.
There you go. You sort of broke up there for a moment or two.
Oh yeah, it's just about remembering what Christmas is all about in the first place. So
Now, tell me, Tracy, how did you come to the title?
well, I think I just, when I was singing the song, it was like, we've forgotten him. It just seemed to work better in the song, instead of, a lot of Christmas songs talk about the birth of Jesus, or, we're putting it in that context. And so I think him just, to me, seems to be a really spiritual type of title, as, him with a capital H, like we're forgetting about him. Where did Christmas start in the first place? And I just felt like that's what it's got to be called. It's not, I thought about we've forgotten him, but just him just seemed to speak a lot. I think it's enticing to people. They're like, I wonder what this is about, right? So it's almost a little bit of a play on words. And when you listen to the song, I think the song speaks volumes without being really a heavily religious song, for lack of a better word. It's a very spiritual song, and it's about him. It's about remembering what Christmas is about in the first place.
You're right, here in Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Tracy Millar's Christmas song, Him. We've added it to our Christmas show too, by the way. So
Oh, thank you.
we
That's awesome.
we do 54 hours of Christmas music consistently.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's
We have a station here that starts playing Christmas music the beginning of November, and they play it for 6 weeks straight.
Oh, okay. Well, no,
We're not quite so bad.
we're not that bad then.
No.
I got told off because I asked if we could actually start implementing it as of today, yeah, Monday, the start of the week, into Christmas. And they says, well, yeah, okay, we'll let you do that because last year you wanted it 2 weeks earlier.
Ah.
So, yeah, I got told off last year. Don't be ridiculous. I'm going, hey, hold on, it's going in the shops already. October. You know, they're starting to dress the shops.
Oh, Halloween's over.
Yeah, we
Christmas
told
starts.
them.
It seems.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
It really is.
Joy.
And I mean, 2 months out from Christmas, it doesn't feel right. I'm sorry. So I'm sort of, I'm good with the middle of October.
No,
November.
we're not doing it October.
No, not doing it
No.
October.
It's fine starting today.
Oh, I like it. But never mind. I can start today now. I'm allowed. You see, I'm a big Christmas fan.
That's awesome.
I'm kind of disappointed for the kids this year, though. I've got to be honest with you. Here in New Zealand, they're not allowed to sit on
His birthday
Santa's
is
knee
the
this year.
22nd of December.
I know we were talking about that today, and I said, I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't heard how that's going to look.
Yeah,
Here enough, really don't know.
yeah. Is
We'll
Santa
find
going to
out.
stand way off to one side and kids going to stand in the foreground and Santa's waving and you get a photo that way?
No, just have their masks on.
With having masks on.
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas, little girl? I want a mask. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, everything's good. Boss
It's a
just
nice,
come in for a quick gander.
Christmas.
She's making sure I'm behaving myself.
Looking forward to everyone that's coming for an interview soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, the Thompson twins.
Coming up.
Thanks for playing my Christmas song, you guys.
Oh, look, our pleasure. When would, do you still want to do a quick video song for Facebook people?
Yeah.
Yep, continue after.
So we can
So-
say goodbye after this.
Yep.
And we'll just go.
Hang in there, Tracy. We're going to come out of this, but don't go anywhere.
Can I do her Facebook Live song? Nice song. I like it.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 7 after 12 o'clock. Yes, I know I've gone over a little bit, but never mind, we got there, right? 23 degrees right now downtown. It is hot, absolutely brilliant, and what a great day the rest of the day is going to be. Monday, November the 23rd. And I've got to thank everybody that's joined us live today, watching Tracy Millar coming out of Alberta, Canada. Go and check her out. Go and get her music. And don't forget, folks, sub, thumb, bell, when you see it on YouTube, give it a like, give it the notifications, become a member. Hit the sub, all right? And you'll get notifications every time we do this, bringing all new artists. And believe me, next year's looking, wow, there is some real talent coming next year. Check that out. But we're going to wind up the year with some absolutely stunning people. Some coming out of Belgium, some coming out of Spain, some coming out of Ireland, some coming out of England, some coming out of Australia. Yeah, and even Canada and America and a couple of Kiwis in there as well, just to wind up the year. Going to be a great time. But Tracy Millar, thank you so much for joining us here at Galaxy. It has been an absolute pleasure. I always look forward to seeing you, my friend. I really, really do. Can't wait until we do this again.
Oh, thanks, Grant. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, tell her about it.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for playing my music. I really appreciate it. And Merry Christmas to everybody, and stay safe and healthy and happy. And we're going to have a great 2021.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's going to be a lot better than this year has been, for sure. There's good things on the way. There really is. Got to thank Pinky Sims as well. We love you. We really, really do. Have a very happy and successful Christmas and New Year's. And, yeah, have fun. Absolutely. Make the most of it. Yeah. But don't go anywhere just yet, Tracy. I'll just switch over to Studio B. Here's Renee Gayer.
Oh, turn that off.
Ooh. How was that, Tracy?
That was awesome. Thank you.
Now,
Nice.
is she ready to do her Facebook Live?
Are you ready to do your Facebook Live song?
Sure, why don't we do one song?
Yeah, why not?
Hi, Selena. Hi, Pinky. Love you, darling.
Hello, Selena. Nice to have you with us. As I was saying just moments ago, want all the best for you in 2021. Have a very happy and successful Christmas. We're going to get a song from Tracy.
Yeah. Hi. Back to Tracy.
Back to Tracy.
Take it away.
Are you on me now?
Yeah, take it away.
Oh, right. Well, you know what? Grant was just telling me how much he really was envious that I was riding in my one-horse open sleigh yesterday and having a little sleigh ride throughout my yard in my snow. And I thought, well, you know what? Let's do a song about riding in a one-horse open sleigh. It just seems fitting. So here's a little Facebook Live with Tracy Millar and a little one-horse open sleigh, Jingle Bells. You'll know the words. You can sing along, guys. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride. No Miss Fanny Bride was sitting by my side. Had a bobtail man, 240 was his speed. We got into an open drift and cracked me take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh.
Awesome. Lovely.
Hey! Love
Awesome.
that. Absolutely love that.
Thanks. A one-horse open sleigh.
Always a winner, but believe me, extra special from you, Tracy. It is.
That was
Well, I wasn't even going to sing that one. I was going to do something different, but seeing as we were talking about my one-horse open sleigh, it seemed kind of fitting. So.
Yeah, it
Merry
did.
Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Merry
agree
Christmas
with
to
you.
you, Tracy.
Barbara,
What was that?
Merry Christmas to you, Tracy.
Yeah, you as well, guys. Thanks, guys. See you, everybody.
Now-
Stay there.
stay there. We're just going to do a couple of crazy photos, but for you guys, thank you for joining us here at Galaxy. You have a safe Christmas.
Yeah, and we say thank you for Tracy for that awesome performance then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.